Once you get to your course home, you should see your week 3 and 4 announcements. Below that, I have also included your recordings that I created. I also have the ones about the writing process, different things of that nature. I think some of these are the same. They just were put here twice. So you do have access to those recordings from the previous weeks to catch up if you are behind. So this week we are focusing on narration. Your narration module should be open for you. It should have opened today about 7 a.m. So you should see it if you are going to follow along. A couple of things about this module. You have a couple of things for your essay as well as Launchpad. This week is all about pacing yourself. Your assignment has a couple of different requirements. So it is very, very important that you pace yourself accordingly. This week we're going to talk about your draft, and next week we'll talk about the revisions that go along with it. So overall, although it just says narration or narrative essay, you have to turn in several parts to that. So the part that we'll focus on is the part that says complete writing assignment. Okay, go to narrative essay. You will see your guidelines for your actual essay. It is a 500 to 700 word personal narrative. We'll talk about the double spacing and all of that in just a moment, so you'll know how the final should look. And again, I'll reiterate it next week. As for a draft, the format is not as important, but I will discuss it this week as well as next week. And some of you have actually completed your drafts, so you are well on the way. I will give you comments on those. But you have a list of things to do here. So not only are you expected to write an essay, you have to try free writing. You have to do some of those pre-writing techniques that we discussed over the past last week or so when we're discussing the writing process, which range from the questions to the looping to the listing, etc. You also have to get feedback from at least 2 classmates. So do not wait last minute to put your information up. So make sure you're active in your discussion boards. Here are your 3 options. If you have a hard time choosing one of these, I can add an additional topic if you like. I've done this in the past. I have no problem with it. So I'll let you guys decide if this is okay or you need another option. I have no problem with that. Just let me know. The first one says, look back from a point in the far future of your own life as hope as others will see it. Write a personal narrative in form of an obituary. Okay, so with this one, it is third person. Third person means talking about yourself as if you're not part of the story. For mine, it would be Latanzia Evans was 98 years old when she died. She had 4 children. She was married to Brandon, things like that. So it would be as if you're not part of the story when you create this one. And then not only that, as you are trying to decide if you like this one, make sure that you brainstorm different things that you want to accomplish in your life and go into detail as to why those things are important. It can be career, it can be based on clubs, different organizations that you have joined. It can be the different things you have done throughout your life. Also as a mother, as a parent, as a teacher, different roles that you will be part of. The second one is write a letter to your great-grandchild narrating your life. This one is first person, so you're just telling the story of what you did when it comes to your career and education. Tell them the different things that you did. You can start with high school and start with the pandemic, or you can start here with the pandemic and how things have changed and how it's important to understand technology to work online. You can also do it that way. But this one you can say, when I first started high school, I had no idea. By my senior year, this would happen. And then you can go into detail, of course, about how it changed it, how it changed your perspective. If you have a certain view on using technology, if you felt that being online affected you in terms of one class over the other, if you think subject matter matters in terms of that, be as detailed as possible with that. And then tell them what you plan to achieve with your degree from Southwest. If you plan on going to another university like the University of Memphis, or you plan on getting your graduate degree, whatever it is, put all of that into it as if you have completed it all and telling your story. And last, but certainly not least, that we have is choose 3 books you have read that are most influenced at each stage of your life. Okay, you're going to, in essence, write a literary biography and talk about autobiography and talk about how these books have helped you with your reading, your writing, your speaking, the understanding of the world, how it helped you in your personal development overall as a person. So you can look at it in several different ways as you are thinking about your topic choice. Now, if you notice at the bottom, there are 2 attachments. There is one that says the organization form for a narrative, and then the revision form for a narrative. So you complete these 2, and you'll have 3 attachments by the end for this particular space. You'll have the organization form, the revision form, and then the final essay. Okay, I have already pulled those up, so give me one moment and I will show them to you.